Okay, so we're going to take the STI out on a little stroll around, I don't know, wherever the road takes us. But we're just going to talk about what's going on with the Subaru and why, oh, come on, and why I haven't been driving it that much. But let's let the car warm up and let's start the discussion after that. Typical weekend drive that I do when I do have a day off, and we're just gonna have a little chat on what's going on with the STI. First of all, I didn't tell you guys, I thought I did, but apparently I cut it out. I did buy the White Line Roll Center adjuster kit, so that should be here soon. I'm contemplating if I'm wanting to install that myself, and the only reason is, I mean, I can install it myself. It's really not that hard. It's just driving it to the alignment shop and chewing up my tires with, because it's going to need an alignment when I do get it installed. But once that's installed, my alignment's going to be all out of whack. So trying to find a shop that does, nice performance alignments, instead of your typical Firestone alignments, and dial everything in, do corner balancing and all that stuff. So we'll see about that, in the near future. But with that said, one of the reasons why I have not been driving the STI very much is not too long ago, I received an oil analysis test from Blackstone, and I did have some elevated metals or elevated readings in there. And one of the elevated readings on there was copper. Now, I'll tell you right now, the elevated metals that were in my oil analysis test were just slightly elevated. Well, I shouldn't say slightly, but talking with someone I know that has been doing routine religious oil analysis tests, said it's nothing to worry about. Just go ahead and change your oil, 1,000 miles, send another sample in and do it another 1,000 miles, see if it goes up or down, and we'll take it from there. But I've been driving the STI just normally, just putting miles on it. But so far the engine only has, I don't know, about 5,000 miles on this brand new engine, and I will say I've never had any issues with it. There is no knock, nothing whatsoever. It purrs like a kitten. I mean, I have no complaints about it whatsoever. It's just the oil analysis has me a little paranoid, I will not lie. It's probably nothing to worry about as far as what people have been telling me. So I think my copper readings were 27, which usually it should be in the single digits, less than 10. 5. Most people have readings in, less than 5. But since my copper readings were elevated, also my iron and lead were just a little bit elevated. So we'll just keep an eye on that for a little bit. I was going to add an oil cooler to the STI because I had some planned track days for the STI, but he said not to install the oil cooler as of yet because there's copper in oil coolers, and that could, mess up some of your readings and your oil analysis. So if I were to take the STI to the track, it really, really needs an oil cooler. I have it sitting in my garage waiting to be installed, and I really don't want to take the STI on track without an oil cooler. So with that said, the track dates might have to wait. I don't know, we will see. But 1,000 miles for each test, we'll take it from there. We'll see how the oil analysis comes out. So I've just been driving around, just putting miles on it to hopefully hurry up and get an oil analysis sent in so I can start driving this like I really want to. But with that said, that's just what's been going on with the STI. Now, as far as the coilovers, now I did tell you guys that I was going to send them in to get rebuilt, but I'm not really convinced that they need to be rebuilt. They're just fine, but I don't know. They recommend getting it rebuilt at around 60,000 miles, but messing around with the adjustment settings, I think I might just hold off on getting them rebuilt because it costs around $600 without shipping to get them rebuilt. But if that's the case, I might start looking at different coilovers in the near future. We're trying to get to 1,000 miles. We're only at 430 miles on this oil change. With that said, just gonna enjoy the drive and just enjoy life in general, and hopefully you guys out there are too. Just look at the wonderful views, guys. But yeah. have seen the new shifter that I've recently installed on the Civic Type R, and I will say I absolutely love that shifter. Now, the one downside to that shifter is that now my STI shifter just feels like utter poop. Now, I do have cartboy bushings in here. This is the OEM short shifter. I don't like the aftermarket options that are on there when it comes to short shifter, but I wish there was something similar like that where it doesn't stick out. I know there is the CAE shifter. I really do love CAE shifters. I've felt one of them before, and they're absolutely amazing. I'm just not a fan of how they stick out of the shifter assembly right here. But other than that, I don't know if I can justify the price for the CAE shifter at the same time. But wow, I used to think this was a good feeling shifter until I installed the Acuity shifter in the Type R, which is very, very direct, very, very precise. And this one just, even in fourth gear, just so sloppy and it flops around. And for all of my new subscribers out there, I do have more power to be made on this engine. Oh god, it's pretty rough. I do have a rotated turbo kit. I do have a PT6466 sitting in my garage right now, just collecting dust, waiting to be installed. But that install has been put on hold because, as I mentioned earlier, just waiting on some better oil analysis before I move further on with the build. But there's so much power to be made on this platform. It's pretty cool. It's not even funny. Oh yeah, some twisties. These coilovers are just set way too stiff. It's almost unbearable. It's like a Focus RS at full race mode. But one more thing I forgot to mention when going back to the whole oil thing. I've never had any drop in oil pressure. As you can see, I do have an oil pressure gauge right down there, and I have it set pretty high. So once it gets down below, I would say, 12 or so PSI, it starts beeping at you really loud. Now, these are Pro Sport gauges. Now, these are not the best gauges out on the market right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. They're pretty cheap. They're about $80 a pop. But they do its job. I mean, they're good enough. I do plan on upgrading to better gauges in the future. Maybe some AEM gauges. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, rocks. Loose rocks. But we'll see about that. I don't know. There's other priorities that I do want to get for the car in the future. But so far, when it comes to oil pressure, it's just fine. I don't know if I mentioned, also I never have any knock on this engine. As you can see on the full right side of the access port, that's where I have all the vital stuff you guys usually monitor: feedback knock, 5-knot, learn, dam. None of those ever change. Well, I do get 140 feedback knock every once in a while, but yeah, as you guys know, 1.4 is nothing when it comes to knock. But wow, I'm getting beat up right now with these coilovers. It's just unbearable. I'm just driving up to the lake. Also, I know you guys are going to ask me about my head unit. That is the head unit from iDoing. I'll put a link down in the description below. I've never had any issues with this head unit. It's a lot better than the old head unit I had on my WRX. It was from Cycane, or I don't know exactly how to say it, but this one, it's pretty responsive for what it is. No issues at all with it. Absolutely love it. It's got Apple CarPlay. It's got Android Auto. Well, actually, that's a lie. I do have a slight fitment issue right here where it doesn't go in all the way. I know I should be paying attention to the road, but other than that, I don't even notice it anymore. But it's been great. This does have wireless CarPlay in it, so I don't even have to connect my phone to get CarPlay to work. As you can see, I have no wire connected to my phone, and I have CarPlay playing on the head unit, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little windy road here, but other than that, I absolutely love it. It's about $350, $400 or so for this head unit. But absolutely love it. Hope I don't acquire or see any deer out here. That would suck. But nice little drive out here to the lake. Really, not many people out here, so pretty much enjoying myself. I don't want to romp on the car too hard, especially when I'm having issues with elevated readings on my oil analysis test. Other than that, man, these coilovers are great. The tires are absolutely fantastic. These are RE71R tires. Now, one thing I'm looking for when it comes to, not this car, but for the Type R, I am looking for new wheels. I'm just contemplating on which wheels to get. There's so many out there. I know most on the Type R platform get TE37s, but I don't know if, I don't know if I could justify $4,000 for a set of wheels. I told myself I will never do that again because I've had T37s, I had C28s before, and it was just a lot of money. And I was always paranoid about, either bending them or curbing them. It was just, with my NT03s that are on here, if I, damage a wheel, or if I curb one, no big deal. They're readily available anywhere. I can have a new wheel within a few days. But I don't know. We will see which wheels I get for the Type R, because I'm telling you, those 20-inch wheels on the Type R are not cutting it, especially with the 30 series sidewalls that are on there. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. Maybe there's a reason for it. So who am I to judge, right? All right, so this is the downside to coming out here. This is where the pavement stops, and I'll show you guys when we get up there. I don't know if you guys saw my video where I took the Type R out here. Oh, there's already a pothole. There's a whole bunch of potholes out here. My only concern is hitting a pothole and bubbling up one of the tires. That would suck. So this is a semi-gravel road, so it's not loose gravel. Well, there is a little bit of loose gravel on there. I guess you can call this a Subaru in its natural habitat, I guess. I don't know. Car's just too low. One of my main concern is with coming out here is that front lip and the tires. That front lip, I do have the APR Performance carbon fiber front lip, and that lip was expensive. Not gonna lie to you guys, I think it was like $700 just for that lip alone. Wow, there's waterfalls just everywhere. Here goes another one. I think I filmed that one last time. Dumb idea, stupid idea. Come out here. Ah, shit. Little mini waterfall. Cool. Awesome. Oh, shit. Yeah, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to go much further. Look at these potholes. Look at those. Look at the view, though. Wow. These are the little potholes I've been trying to avoid, but the ones that were at the beginning were just a little bit bigger than this, about 3 times the size. The STI, the Nels Mountain, and the late in the background. Gotta love it. All right, now we'll take some photos. On the way home we go. All right, no potholes, no potholes. Oh boy, is that a big one? Oh crap. Oh shit. I'll have to back up. See that little Golf over there struggling just like me. I feel his pain. It goes way up there. Even that truck over there is struggling. All right, look at him. Come on, man. You got it. Oh, wow, that's a nice one. Awesome. Battery's running out. Well, anyways, before the battery runs out, that is it for me. If you guys like these types of videos where I go out on some adventures and we just have a little chat, let me know. Comment down below. I appreciate you guys' feedback. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. That is it. Long drive home, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, guys.